My name is Khalid, and I'm a fitness consultant as well as master trainer. How did I get into personal training? I of course went off to college. Like a lot of young people, I had the dreams of playing in the NFL. I was able to somewhat live that dream very briefly. I ended up injuring my shoulder, got into rehab, didn't quite manifest, so I wanted to actually stay in something that was physical. I didn't want to conform to a suit and tie, so I said, why not get into this fitness thing since I've been doing it my whole life? So I made sure I finished out my credits, got my degrees, and kind of slowly got into the personal training business, actually from the managerial side first, and that led me to a number of different aspects within the industry. Well, more like anything else. Okay, you're saying what if an individual doesn't want to go to college and they want to pursue the fitness industry? It could be done, but definitely I'm going to say more opportunity presents itself if going off to college. All right, within fitness, it's such a vast industry, that with college, with education, like anything else, gives you so much more opportunity so you can possibly own your own gym or run your own gym, manage to some degree, be the business aspect behind the operations. That's so important. But again, if it's not your cup of tea, what I would say more than anything else is really trying to understand and learn the business from beginning to end. Get into the foundation of sorts, like getting a certification. I have a number of certifications myself. Typically, most health clubs nowadays want a certification and degree, but you can start with a certification first to just get yourself acclimated with the human body. But more than else, to do a variety of different engagements, whether it's speaking to individuals like yourselves, getting a degree is more beneficial, I would say. So, if I was back in high school, or actually, if I can talk to my high school self, what would I say? Well, actually, when I was 17, 18 years old, I had other dreams, to some degree, I wanted to actually be in the fitness industry, but I also had aspirations of being a journalist. I had aspirations of being on TV, being some type of sportscaster. And I had aspirations of being a professional athlete, like I mentioned earlier. So, what I would say more than anything else, find out, number one, what you're passionate about. Number two, I would say find out what you're actually really good at. Some individuals have an innate nature at a very early age. So find out what you're good at. If you can put together with what you're passionate about, you have a great combination. A lot of people end up getting into the workforce and they're good at something, but they're very not passionate about it. They're passionate about things that they're not good at. Okay, or they just overall, which is even the worst, they're not doing anything that they're passionate about or good at. So really what I would say is, number one, what do I enjoy? What really makes me, if I was to do this for the next 20 or 30 years, make me not really feel like I'm doing work, okay? Number two, what within, what am I really passionate about? Is it some type of struggle? Is it something that, some current event? Three, my innovative skills. Is it something I can actually do? And really nowadays, with all the entrepreneurial aspects out there with social media and everything else, what can I actually take to the next level if I was to go into that type of field? All those different things there are so important. I would try to really get myself on that path as I go through college or whatever step I tend to take. Alright, so really, again, just to summarize, the main thing, I would say three things I would tell a lot of high school students. Number one, definitely education is power. Knowledge is power. So important. So if you choose to go to college, it definitely gives you a lot of options. Options gives you a lot of opportunity. Opportunity, sky's the limit once you have that opportunity. So that's number one. Number two, again, find out what you're passionate about. What do you really enjoy? Because once you get to that, step, the two are limitless, and it really won't feel like work. So it's so important because so many people out there in the workforce are doing things that they don't enjoy. So try not to fall in that step. Number three, once you do choose that career path, really try to continue to get continuing education, because whether you have a degree or not, whether you have your master's or so on and so forth, it's so important to get continuing education, because things are so ever changing. Again, like I said, with social media, with new entrepreneur ideas, regardless of what degree path that you choose, you want to continue to get continuing education so you can push yourself to the highest limit, be the best that you can be. So important.